Hey, what's up, yo? Figured I'd just do a quick show, get my take on the election and the election process. But first, I want to address um, everyone's favorite YouTuber and mine, uh, Madhead. Madhead made a video dedicated to me, as he's done before, with the same circular argument. Um, and it was addressing my conversation with Madam Whipass in her comment section in one of her videos. Where she was reminiscing about her time as a child in her neighborhood. And my only point of contention was that she uh, she was sitting here saying, "Well, this happened then. There's no excuse now. There's no excuse in 2016 because my mother bought a Cadillac in 1950. You Negroes are blank, blank, blank." And I get sick of hearing that shit. Now, she didn't say her mother had a Cadillac, but I think it was a funeral home or something. She bought some type of business, and her point was that racism was raw, back then, and she was able to accomplish that, and so that black people today have no excuse. And I get sick of hearing that from old Negroes because that's not true. It's victim blaming. It's actually a very racist statement to make because it ignores a lot of history. It ignores history itself, and that's not knocking her mother's accomplishment, but her mother doesn't represent, every black person in that city, every black person in that fucking municipality, township, state. You know what I'm saying? So that whole my mom did it, I did it, you what happened to you? And it's all bullshit, because that doesn't represent the black collective. And a lot of people like to romanticize uh the black people under Jim Crow as if it was this utopia, and it wasn't. You had black people who were surviving, forced to survive. If anything, we can look at that and say, look, this is what were able to do. But as far as looking at it, as some great place to live in, no, because a black society would be free of white terrorism, and they weren't. Everything that they did then, as we do now, is with the permission of white people. There was still unemployment. And if you were employed, it was shitty jobs. There wasn't no fucking swaths of doctors and dentists and professionals. The education was shitty. It's just that if it was anything, it was black created, yes, but it wasn't perfect, man. And so Madam Whipass makes that same tired argument in that hangout, and I push back, saying, you know what, your neighborhood, your family doesn't represent all blacks, and it goes to victim blaming. Because when you say it's no excuse in 2016, look what we did in 1950. We had a Jiffy Lube. It was Leon's Lube. Pause. And it's like, well, that ain't true for everybody. And a lot of black people who make that argument um, like to basically create a whole new argument where the exception to the rule breaks the rule. If 1,000 motherfuckers are suffering and you got three that made it, you want to highlight that three. Well, no, that doesn't represent what's happening, across the fucking country, across your state, across your city. So I don't think Madam Whoopaz is a bad person. I don't have any beef with her, but I did push back on that bullshit she was saying. So Madhead woke up, made a video talking about how I am against black people being positive. Everything has to be. I'll knock down black positive talk or black self responsibility in favor of the white man, and that's not true. Because what Madhead likes to do, what a lot of non-desirable black people like to do, is place self responsibility ahead of racism. So what they want to do is you're a victim of a crime. Um, and then they want to say that they want you to take responsibility while being the victim. You know, oh, you got to take responsibilities for your neighborhoods going to shit. Well, it's like, well, what brought it here? You know what I'm saying? Because these people are victims of something. It didn't just pop up out of the blue. But Madhead is, he wants to forego that step of thinking and go straight to self responsibility. And like I said, that just doesn't That just doesn't fly in reality. You don't cure a disease, just by going straight to the runny nose. Where did this come from? How did this invade the body? So, he goes on and on about all this other crazy shit. And like I said, we've had this song and dance before with me and him because he wants to ignore the responsibility of whites. And I'm saying let's look at the whole picture. What brought us to this point? And that was the same thing I was saying with Madam Whip-Ass. These neighborhoods have turned to shit. And it wasn't for any efforts of or lack thereof of black people. This was the concerted efforts of whites collectively, through banking, through laws, through every fucking thing, So black people, at what point do we take responsibility? We still victims of their crimes, um, and I'm all for saying, okay, this is the program, and now what do we do from here? But they want to completely eliminate white people altogether. She was white supremacy's holding me down, and actually laughing at that shit. That shit turns my stomach for real. It ain't white supremacy, it's you. And it's like, what? What? That shit but old Negroes like to do that shit. As if they were the fucking freedom fighters, and they had the plan, and their babies just didn't follow it. And it's like, no, you motherfuckers marched for the wrong shit, and what you really wanted was the white people to pat you on your head and say good job. You wanted white people to say your name, and once they said okay, Negroes, we'll give you some jobs at Goodyear. And once you got your fucking jobs, the collective didn't matter to you. You guys marched for inclusion, and marched for everybody else, and that's why the civil rights shit benefits non-blacks. You can be a Russian and come over here and get you some civil rights as a minority, as blah 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 blah. Indians, fucking Chinese people, all of them get to benefit from the efforts of black people, where all those other motherfuckers weren't slaves. And yes, Madhead, I do ignore the Native Americans getting their land took because they taken. I said took like you stupid motherfuckers, getting their land snatched because they participated in slavery and benefited from it. But the classic example is the case with the Seminoles in Florida. That was a tribe that was rescued by slaves for the most part, taken over and ran by slaves, and they actually led a rebellion against the United States government. I forgot the general at the time, but he was writing letters like, yeah, man, the niggers have taken over the Seminole tribe, and that's why we're losing. Long story short, years later, back in the 90s when I was a kid, the government wrote them a reparations check, and those same Seminoles told the black members to go fuck themselves. And this story is true for the Apache, for the CO, or whatever, however the fuck you pronounce that. All across America, they've done this. They got a check, told the black members go suck a dick and suck it good. And so no, I don't stand next to any other minority. Madhead makes these dumbass arguments. Well, Chris doesn't talk about other people going to prison and other people suffering. And I'm not saying other people don't have a bad day, but I'm saying in comparison to us, there is no comparison. And that's all I give a fuck about. And I've never pretended to be MLK Jr. I'm thinking about the collective. I'm thinking about black people exclusively. So if a Jew goes to prison, so what? If a Italian goes to prison or gets fucked up at trial, so what? I don't give a fuck. They have a whole system in which they can go and cry to, versus a whole system targeting them. So fuck them, and in comparative numbers, unemployment, all of this other shit that counts, they don't suffer like we do. So fuck them. So I just wanted to, get that out the way with Madhead, because I saw that shit this morning. I'm like, all right, Madhead, let's dance. But again, and here's another point I want to make loud and clear to Madhead. White people control everything that we do. Everything we do is done with their permission. Where you live, where you go to work, your TV, your radio, entertainment, everything is done with their permission. Because of white people, when white people said you couldn't have it, when they said you couldn't have movies, we didn't. When white people said we couldn't live there, we didn't. So there's no aspect in our lives that isn't controlled by whites. And that is the problem. We don't have any power. Our freedom wasn't a war started and fought by blacks. It wasn't no rebellion. It was a war done with the permission of whites. They said you were slaves, you were slaves. They said you're free, you're free. So, you know, he wants to pretend. That's the biggest thing about Madhead that irks me. He does a lot of pretending. So Madhead, this is for you. This was a reality call. Even in the comment section of his video, I said, you know, name an aspect of your life where white people don't control it. He did not. And he continued to talk his bullshit. But again, man, Madhead, I won't use the word coon like you did. It was very insulting. Feelings are hurt this way. I'm going to call you a black undesirable. But anyway, moving on. Donald Trump wins the election. Whoop de fucking do. I am sick of motherfuckers whining and crying and begging to vote and then blaming a president based on you not voting. There are black people in America who decided to not choose between the turd and the piece of shit. You guys want to exercise your right to vote in futility because you believe voting is the answer to racism, and that's bullshit. This is a learning moment for all of us to take heed to. You know, I did not vote. A couple of other motherfuckers I knew didn't vote, and it was because the options were terrible. We have to play the political game the way it's played and stop trying to change it without any power. We didn't finance, raise up, and push either candidate. They were not beholden to us because our money didn't put them in that position. So we didn't have any good choices. You know, people are saying dark days are ahead. Oh my God, you know, this is the end of the fucking world. And it's like, well, tell me when the days were good, because we're still under the Obama regime, and tell me the good days for Negroes. Tell me the non-fatal police encounters collectively for the Negro. Tell me that. Black people have survived actual slave masters as presidents, the Reagan era, Bush, both of them, you know, and here's Trump. The lesson here to be learned is that America likes its racism raw. That's how I like my racism. I like it to be uncut. So when I snort it, oh, freezes my face. And this is what that was. Here's a motherfucker who ran the most incompetent campaign I've ever seen, and he won. He ran it on I hate blacks, Mexicans, Muslims, and I do as I want as a white male to women, and he won. America said, Clinton, bitch, you are the bigger dirtbag than Trump, and that's something you can learn from. So no, you can complain about the system even if you don't vote, because the system isn't predicated off of, if you vote, we will work for you. The laws apply to you. If you don't vote, we get to have at you carte blanche. So that whole argument of, oh, if you didn't vote, is just stupid, and it's made by stupid motherfuckers. Trump is in office, and there wasn't nothing no black motherfuckers was going to do about that, because we didn't put him on the campaign trail. He doesn't have to answer to us, and neither does Clinton, because our money didn't put him there. What we need to do is get our money together, start our businesses, industries, and so that we can put in place politicians that's going to represent us. Because outside of a bloody slave revolt, which I hope to lead, there's nothing else we can do but that. You want to play this political game, then put somebody there with your money. We're the only motherfuckers playing the game still with just paper ballots, man. That shit don't matter. Who did you buy? Who do you own? So fuck this, you didn't vote. It's your fault bullshit, man. Because motherfuckers voted for Obama and their lives didn't improve. Clinton didn't improve. None of these motherfuckers, man. All this voting shit, people died. Our people fought and died for the right to vote because they believed it would change things for black people. They believed it was an apparatus, a mechanism for real, tangible change. 50 years of that shit has proven otherwise. So you really want to respect your ancestors, do what's best for Black people. And currently, as we participate in the political process, it is not the best route for Blacks. We are losing because we refuse to accept the rules, because we're starting to think like women collectively. Like everybody else is writing checks, and we want to ignore that and say, do as I say, just off my vote. But motherfuckers can't eat off your vote. They can't buy helicopters off your vote. That's not how the game is played. We have to accept the rules. Like, oh, okay, oh, this is how it's played. Okay, all right. And I'm deciding to play, then this is how I'm going to play. So this Trump is the end of the world shit, man. No, I don't buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and here's the other thing. When you come to a motherfucker, if you're not coming with your money, shove your demands up your ass. Period. You can't sit here and say, hey, what are you going to do for this and that and that and this? And you didn't come with no money, because that leaves you room to be played. And that's what they did. Period. That's what Obama did. He played us because we didn't come with our money in mass. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're the easiest group to betray. You want to know why? Because our money didn't put us there, and our money cannot punish them. That's what you do to a politician. You reward and punish with your money. Who gives a fuck if you betray somebody? How does it negatively impact you? How? You're not beholden to that constituency because they didn't spend their money. So all of these motherfuckers crying, man, it's a goddamn shame. Period. Doing actions that are against the Black community, or that have no real impact on the Black community, that is an example of cooning, if you want to be frank, because you're going out to vote. White people put up two fucked up examples, two people who have legacies with your blood on their hands, and they said pick one. And if you participated in that, there's an argument that can be said that you're cooning. So you're not this great Black shining light because you took your dumb ass out and you voted for either the turd or the piece of shit, the slave master or the plantation owner. I mean, give me a fucking break. So I'm sick of seeing that shit. I'm sick. You're not this brilliant Black thinker because you went and voted for a fucked up candidate. You didn't put them there. You're not responsible for them. So shut the fuck up. Trump is in office, and your Black ass day is going to stay the same way it would have if he wasn't. If Obama didn't positively impact your everyday life, what the fuck you think these other motherfuckers going to do that you didn't put there, that you didn't finance, that you didn't raise up and groom? How? Now, if we all had collectively stayed home and said we ain't voting for neither one of you motherfuckers, and the father of this argument is Dr. Claude Anderson. You know, you really want to hear an excellent argument for this shit? Google, YouTube him. Excellent. So if we stay home, that's 40 million votes that somebody's going to want. And then you get to have some power. But no, you motherfuckers want to play in a rigged game and don't even want to bring your own goddamn pieces to it. You know, you don't even want to try to insulate yourself at all. You just want to keep playing that game. And that's what this voting shit is, man. I've seen tons of videos of motherfuckers talking this dumb shit. And it gets on my fucking nerves. You're not critically thinking. Trump is in office, so fucking what? So what? Because Obama was in office and motherfuckers was getting killed on the streets, going to prison, you know, shitty schools, you know, home loans, race terrorism, you know, all of that shit still existed and even increased under his reign. So how much worse could it be? I mean, it's just fucking crazy, man. I hate seeing that shit. It ain't the pro-Blacks who said stay home, none of the other shit. A motherfucker said don't vote for a shitty candidate because there ain't nothing gonna change for you. You have to try something new. Only when it comes to Black people and racism do you get to come up with the same old tired arguments, same old failed fucking methods, and you're encouraged to do it some more. Because if you go to a restaurant one time and you find a roach leg, you're never going back. And well, you can use that same example for blacks' experience in the political system in America. We keep getting roach legs in our fries or our whatever the fuck, our mashed potatoes, whatever. And we keep going back. It's crazy. Well, instead of going to that fucking McDonald's, man, make your McDowell's and compete. You know, so like I said, man, calm down, man. Get the sand out of your panties and go about your fucking day, man. And try to fucking come together, man, for something that's realistic, something that we can change, man. You know, you like politics, vote for your fucking the guy, your local guy that looks like you. Put motherfuckers in place that you can raise up through the system, that they are beholden to you, that you can be their master. Okay, hey, look, you the fucking councilman of the 3rd ward or whatever. Yeah, we finance all that shit. Okay, well, you better pass this. You better get some shit done, or our money will buy a new motherfucker. Because that's how you punish a politician. Okay, I'll buy another one. Everybody likes to watch New Jack City and all this other shit. Well, there's lessons to learn. You can treat politicians just like Nino did that bitch. Cancel him and buy another. Her, whatever. So, you know, stop crying, man. Stop motherfucking crying, because it ain't like the auto industry has fucking collapsed now that Trump's in office. It ain't like no major fucking changes have been made. Period, man. I mean, y'all got to stop acting like fucking children. He's in office. So the fuck what? So what? This is a game between white people because we're not playing it right and we're not included. So shut the fuck up. Take your vote, shove it up your ass, because that's what it amounted to. You voted for Hillary Clinton, so the fuck what? Or you voted for some other in the nobody ass white person, and look what it got you. You still lost because your guy lost. You know, you bet on the wrong horse. And so now what? You know, motherfuckers talking about, I'm going to move to Canada. I'm moving to it. And get the fuck out of here. You think black people are thriving in motherfucking Canada? You think they prisons don't have black people in them if black people live there? Yeah, I mean, just get the fuck out of here, man. Racism is global. You can't escape it. And that's the problem. So Trump's in office, you know, another L. You know, you should take that just like you take when you see another black person get slaughtered on TV by the police or by random white people and there's no justice. You take that on the chin. You don't talk about moving then. So don't talk about moving when the president is a chieftain of white supremacy. Don't talk that shit then. Anyway, let's look at this chat. All right. Nars, what's up? Kelly Prepper, Black Architect, what's going on? Let's see. Him is Sofa. I just want to see what happens now. Either we implode or Trump will bring them jobs back. I disagree. B-Dub, what's up? Miss M, what's going down? Madhead. And she never said her family or that neighborhood represented the whole black race. You're lying again. And I played audio of exactly what she said. Well, listen, Madhead, I'm glad you said that because, again, you're lying. When she used her example of her family and said that there's no excuse in 2016. Look at what my family did. You can do it too. So she's talking to the entire Black American populace when she talks that shit, because she's using her example of her singular neighborhood family or whatever the fuck to represent success. And why can't you Negroes do that in 2016? So you know, you got to shut the fuck up, Madhead, because that's what she's doing. She's not here sitting here just reminiscing, hey man, we did this, just telling tales of her childhood and what she experienced. No, she's wagging her finger. Look, my mother bought a funeral home in 1946. You Negroes are buying Jordans. I mean, give me a fucking break, man. You know, that shit is played. So no, you're lying. What's unknown, what's going down? Nubia, what's up, girl? Let's see. Oh, Madhead again. I'm going to read all of Madhead shit because I feel like it's worth it. Listen to him skip over whose job it is to clean up the neighborhood and ask who put it there. Look, I mean, but listen, you guys, listen to that there. There's a mess on the floor. You walk into it. The first question you say is, who spilled this? Who did this? Regardless of whatever. But you want to know who put this here before any cleanup is made. You know what I'm saying? So, but for Madhead, he wants to, pretend. He wants to do more pretending. So, congrats, Madhead. Let's see. Let's see. Listen to his argument. Insist that we are target, even though that has never been in dispute. Of course, it's in dispute. Once you start saying, "Look at what I did. Why can't you do it?" You totally omit history, tons of it. So of course, that's what's put into play. You know, yeah. So Madhead, another one. Kiss my ass. Never lacking. What's up? Oh, Madhead's here. He blames L.A. Vic, O'Shea, Jamila, etc. for their action, but when it's comfortable for him, he blames white people for people's actions. Hey, listen, Madhead. When I'm talking shit to Vic and L.A. and Jamila and whoever the fuck, um, I'm roasting. I'm not having a political discussion every time I log on in over here. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I'm not sitting down having a serious discussion about the affairs of black people when I call Lamar an idiot. I mean, give me a fucking break. Let's see. These nuts, what up? You got cooked. Let's see. Oh, my head. Non sequitur. You know why I mentioned Native Americans, and it wasn't for what you just saying. Lying on everything you're doing right now. That's false. You brought up non-blacks and their suffering um, as an answer to black suffering or to compare it when there is no comparison. There just isn't. The numbers don't back that up. But you want to say that the fact that they simply suffer is reason enough to cancel out whatever I'm talking about, and it's just bullshit, madhead. Rez Ramon, what up? Last and first name, what up? Here go more madhead. Well, stop comparing us to other people then. Where racism is race group versus group. So what the fuck are you talking about, madhead? You got cooked. All right, madhead. Here we go. Listen, turn right around and compare us. He just said he don't compare us. No, that's false. That's false. I've never not compared us because we're in a racism is group. We're in a league of races. It's like a football team, basketball team. Each race represents a team, and so we have to compare ourselves to our competitors. Crazy motherfucker. Stop attacking LA for his choices. Then that's false. V Dub, Chris ain't ready. Let me see. What is Nick A? What's up, man? Let me see. Hold on. Worry free. What's up? People complain about Obama for years. Not people are going to complain about Trump for 4 years. Let's see. Now let me go make a breakfast of my choice, not white people's choice. Madhead, this is what I'm saying. So Madhead thinks because he chose Raisin Bran, that white people didn't make the choice for him, when that is a white company and a white product that you're going to put in a white made fucking refrigerator or on top of it or whatever the fuck, So like I said, Madhead likes to pretend, man. He's the pretend master. He's Mr. Make Believe. I think I'm gonna do a video series on Mr. Make Believe, and it'll be addressing you exclusively. I'll give my take on the election in a day or two after I wave the public's reaction. Madhead, Mr. Deep Thinker, spelled way in his Wade, W-A-Y, when he wanted to put W-E-I-G-H. Madhead, man. The beacon of black thought. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Hallie? Appreciate you coming. Let's see. Tom Storm, what up? The Kingdom 105, the president was selected years ago. Okay, fair enough. Stale night, your votes ain't shit. Trump won the electoral votes. Okay. All right. Europe ain't no better. Okay, that's from V-Dub. Let's see. Who else is new? UKDQ, what up? Nikkei Sports. All right. Race card. We invent and whites profit. Fact. Okay. Well, I can't argue against that. Let's see who else. I thought that was a joke when I see that nigga was ahead all night and that shit confirmed just 3 o'clock now. Oh, yeah, wow. Yep. Hey, Cybershine Nubia. Yes, I have. I bought and read Powernomics. Black AP, what up? Straight out options, what's up? What up, Troll Father? I think I caught everybody. Yeah, I caught everybody. But anyway, yeah, this doomsday prophecy for the country. I mean, all that's just horse shit. It's corny. It lacks critical thinking. You know, because if he represents the end of it all, when was it good? When was it good? Because a lot of motherfuckers. I had an argument with one of my homeboys yesterday, and I asked that same, when was it good? Because he's a big old Trump's the boogeyman bullshit, and he was like, "Oh, Clinton did this," and I'm like, "Look, for every job, and I'm using air quotes, that you want to talk about for blacks that black people had under Bill Clinton, you know, 3 times as much went to prison. So white people don't ever give us nothing without a dick behind the cloak. That's the dagger. You know what I'm saying? So no, man, I don't believe that shit. I didn't vote because motherfuckers they offered us 2 crooks. There was no incentive. Nobody represented us, and I don't believe in that lesser of 2 evils bullshit. I like my racism honest. I don't like it to be with a smile. Let me know. Oh, you don't fuck with me? Cool. You know what I'm saying? I know what to expect out of you instead of what Obama did, which was basically con all of us and give us nothing. Only time he talked to black people was to shake his finger at them. And that shit is sickening. Thang, what's up? Okay, so you guys are going to cook LA. All right, I understand that. E Money, what's up, man? So again, man, I just want us to really look at politics and participate better, man, and be more active in it, and play it how it's supposed to be, man. We have to spend our money collectively, man. You guys go to church and you collectively spend your money there. And if you are a religious person, because I'm not, I believe it's all horse shit. Um, and you go to a church or a synagogue or a masjid, and their daily fucking sermon isn't defeating white supremacy, which is the greatest evil that this world has ever known. If they're not talking about defeating that, then they're running a con on you, because all that other shit don't matter. If you believe that there's a great evil, that there's a Lord and there's a Satan, well, Satan has put a system on this planet that strangles your people. And if your fucking black pastor ain't talking about that, he's a liar. I mean, for real, you're following a charlatan. So we got to start holding every aspect of our lives accountable. If the black church is an institution, we got to hold it accountable. What did you do? How come out of all these black churches and these black HBCUs, how come none of you guys promoted, funded a candidate that represented black issues? How come? How come? You know what I'm saying? And you'll get church motherfucker, politics and religion, da, da, da. But that's not true. I've seen black pastors come out and support us Trump, you know? So like I said, man, that shit is corny. Sonic, what's up, man? I saw you just joined. And I just get sick of that, man. I mean, it was videos from a lot of motherfuckers, some of whom I respected, with this whole fear. Oh, if you didn't vote, shut the fuck. I'm like, what? And the video I'm really referencing, and there's no need to, really play coy about it. I'm talking about New Possibilities. You know what I'm saying? And New Possibilities is somebody who I respect as a strikingly upright individual. He tries to, you know, evade the bullshit that is around here. Excuse me. And when I saw his stance on voting, I was disappointed, because I considered him to be one of a pretty good critical thinker, but I've heard him in other instances um, take positions that I didn't agree with. But to each his own. You don't have to be. We don't have to be. We don't have to echo each other for us to get along. I can respect the motherfucker, but his voting series that he did, get out and vote. You can't complain, and then when shut the fuck up if you ain't vote, all that shit, that's offensive. You know what I'm saying? And I vehemently disagree with that shit. I mean, period, because we voted for other presidents and shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, the way we're playing the game isn't correct. And I was disappointed that fucking New Possibilities took that position. Shut the fuck up if you don't vote. all this other shit. He's another guy um, that doesn't believe racism is the end all be all. I believe I've heard him say, shit about, classism or other things are the problem, but it's not all about racism. And, of course, me being, smart, I don't believe that, and I don't think evidence points to that. So when he came out with this, I was like, well, now I have to, take a public opposition to that stance, and this isn't me, trying to, beef with motherfuckers. I just disagree. And you know what? I'm not doing that no more. If I disagree with somebody, I disagree with it. If somebody wants to take my disagreement as an act of or a declaration of war, then so be it. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, no, I don't mean any beef. I'm not doing that no more. Because if you motherfuckers can't hear the words that I'm saying and take them for what they're worth, then so be it, man. So I'm not giving that disclaimer no more. If I disagree with you, I'm going to disagree with what you say, and that'll be that. Because I see a lot of motherfuckers having to do that. Hey, no beef, no shade. And fuck that. I'm not offering any shade on the motherfucker himself. And I'm not talking about him particularly, but I'm just saying in general, when I disagree with somebody, I'm talking about that position. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how to disagree with Lamar, and I disagree with him in roasting. I know how to disagree with a New Possibility and just simply disagree with his video, his stance. And that's it, man. So no more disclaimer, man. Motherfuckers want to engage with me when it comes in warfare, you're going to learn that that's a bad idea. And I'm not sucking no dick or kissing no asses. I'm not gonna baby you. I'm not gonna talk down to your levels no more. I'm not doing that. Y'all will come up to my level before I stoop down to yours. So fuck that. And but going back to New Possibilities, yeah, man. I don't think you can point to a time in America where participating in the election actually benefited Black people. And I give you all of American history to point to a time where that worked. Where benefited Blacks exclusively, because we're talking about problems that exclusively harm Black people. Period. So, I give you all of American history. So this voting shit is the end all be all, man, is corny, man. Hey, JB back. I think Trump will deliver on his promises and from a positive relationship with Blacks in order to help move us forward. You're stupid, Karen. Karen, you're stupid. You're dumb. To sit here and believe, to still have hope that white people, that this white chieftain will not be white is ridiculous. Why the fuck would he value the relationship of Blacks when Blacks didn't fund him? Why would he do that? Where's the incentive to work with us? There isn't any, because we can't punish him. So shut that bullshit up, man. Karen, shut up. It's bullshit. Wasn't Obamacare based on the healthcare reform law that was passed in Massachusetts? Mitt Romney, a Republican, was the governor. Correct. Obama didn't do anything for Black people as state senator nor U.S. senator. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Eve, I ain't see you there. What's up, girl? I think Trump will deliver on his promises. What promises did he deliver that's going to affect Black people collectively? Because when motherfuckers talk about jobs, they're not talking about employing the Negro. They're talking about white people who don't have jobs. And if there's all the whites are hired and there's still some fucking jobs left over, then come on in, Negro. But as far as like, thinking about you, get the fuck out of here. Those promises, those words are to placate crying ass loser whites. That's what that's for. So, man, get out of here with that shit, man. He's gonna come through on his promises. What promises has he made that's gonna benefit you? That's what we gotta get sick of, taking crumbs. There's gonna be jobs, but we get leftovers. I mean, that's fucking crazy. And I'm from Detroit. I'm from a major industrial city that to a flaw. That's all Detroit did, focused on, was the auto industry. And all we got was leftovers, man. The fucking unions, they weren't Black ran or Black focused, none of that, man. We got leftovers. And that's why we need to put politicians that think about us first, because we have some very specific problems that we face. We can't be thinking about all this painting with one brush, because the laws aren't written against motherfuckers in one brush. They're written against us. It's us that fill these prisons. It's us that is historically unemployed, historically poor. It ain't nobody else. I don't feel no camaraderie with no motherfucking Asian or no goddamn Mexican or any Spanish speaker. You're not my brother. These aren't my. We don't share the same problems, and you don't give a fuck about mine. So nah, man, I don't believe in that we are the world bullshit, man. That's what got us here, man. That thinking. We need to be thinking about all of the downtrodden. No, because not all the downtrodden were slaves. Not all the downtrodden had laws specifically written against them. Not all the downtrodden was considered 3/5 a man. All of this shit carries on generation after generation. So no, I don't sit next to 9 blacks and sit here and talk about, oh, my brother. Because when I look at their communities and how they treat black people, it's always black people being abused. Go to their countries. How do they treat the blacks that are there? Like shit. So I don't sit here and shake hands with none of them. You're all my enemies and competitors, and you don't want me to compete. So no, man, Trump's gonna come through with his fucking, you crazy. Let's see. 09, what's up? I'm glad that I'm a self-employed black man. I mean, to a certain extent. Marty W, what's up? They will reform Obamacare and make it better, then put a white face on and pretend like Obama had nothing to do with it. Let's see, Damon Dane. Why do you want Obama to unzip your pants and give you a handy? That was from Damian Dane. An educated white's gonna get those jobs, bro. Black feminists crying YouTube tears. That's from Nars. Let's see. All right, see you later, Worry Free. Hillary is a white supremacist also. That's a fact. That comes from Nars. Let's see. Who else? JD Black. Blacks are underemployed under all previous administration. Give Trump a chance. What do we have to lose? JB Back. Karen. JB Back. Loose is what you spelled. Lose is 1-0. But what do we have to lose? I mean, it's not. Look. Your perspective is, hey, let's try a new slave master. And I'm saying, let's stop being slaves. You have everything to gain, which is your freedom. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's see what old plantation master Trump is gonna do. And I'm saying, hey, here's a better idea. Let's get the fuck off of this place. So like I said, man, I don't get that. Van Jones crying like a bitch on CNN. It's pathetic, man. And what makes it worse, Chris? Some blacks abuse each other as well. That's why we need to wake the fuck up, and stick together, man, for real. Sonic, I don't that blacks abuse each other for real. I mean but this is what I'm saying. That argument makes it seem like this is something exclusive to black people. That black on, that you mistreat your neighbor. And that's just not the case, Sonic. Everybody, if you live next to a motherfucker, you mistreat them. The Chinese has to deal with the triads who come through and fuck up the fucking store and extort them, all of that other shit. But you don't hear Chinese people like, oh man, we got to treat each other better. You don't hear that shit, man, because this ain't a new occurrence, man. You live around motherfuckers, you're gonna find some people that are wolves and some people that are sheep, and wolves eat sheep. So that's not a black thing. Like, man, we got to come together. We don't. We need to come together outside of self-mistreatment. We need to come together because we're against the entire planet. Picard's here, and no matter what you do, you have permanent herpes on your lip with no money to cure it. Oh, okay, all right. So Picard and LA are going at it. Captain, no matter the argument, you don't have a leg to stand on. Pardon the pun. LA's. Jesus. Hispanics aren't concerned what Trump said about them. Why should blacks be concerned? That comes from Aki Beauty. I'm telling you, those two bitches and her Alex bring nothing but trouble and drama. Okay, I'm lost. I'm lost in the conversation. Whatever. Sonic, I'm glad we were able to, come to an agreement on that issue, man. And again, man, Um, I fucks with you, family. Link or email or invite. All right, I'll give you the link. But I'm going. I got to take off pretty soon. Yeah, it's 10:30. Yeah, I got to take off soon. So yeah, I'm gonna give you the link, Beasley. Oh shit! I guess I could have did it that way, right? Topical. All right, I sent it to you. Let's see. Trump isn't going to send us back to Africa. Though white motherfucker isn't going to do shit, but what White House tells him to do. I feel you on that. Let me look at your name. Hamitsu, Hamitsu 09? Hamitsu? Whatever just happened to Larry 09? Lamar has no money. He is broke. Okay, so everybody's going against LA, which I fully support. So have at it. But yeah, man, we got to stop participating like this. We just do. It's not the end of the world, y'all. And let me give you guys a little heads up. Okay, so Beasley, he's coming in. There's a YouTuber who I fuck with, like Taunt or whatever, but who offers some fairly decent insight. Now you can't take him too serious because he's a white dick sucker at the end of the day. But I'm gonna tell you, somebody who offers some sort of insight in this type of shit is Big J Triple X. Now, he's not a race guy because he's scared of white men and he's scared to offend them. So he wants to be on their side and sit on their laps. But Big J, when it comes to this political shit, he can crack open a few doors, man. I'll give him that. But you can only take him so far because he's gonna start talking that we are the world shit and gender when your problems as a black person is racial. What's going down, Beasley? Hey,
Fuck,
hey,
Fuck took my bitch.
hey, hey, man! I really don't want that type of. I'm really, really trying to keep it.
Fuck took my bitch.
Oh my god! Oh man!
I love that bitch. Fuck took my bitch. Fuck you, Fuck. Fuck you, Fuck. I'm gonna. Fuck took my bitch.
Hey! You're awful, Beasley. Hey, you're terrible. You're terrible. Hey, JB, back. You said Trump is our president, paid by taxes, and we need to demand that he meet our needs. So we have to have strong, articulate leaders to push our agenda. JB, back. You live in another fucking
I'm gonna.
dimension.
I'm gonna. But no. Fuck that shit, Chris. I'm gonna kick Fuck out the country, and I'm gonna build a wall and get my bitch back.
Hey, oh man. Hey, that it was a cold world that day, huh? That was fucked up.
Fuck. I'm kicking you out of the country. Took my bitch.
Oh man.
I just had to do that because you said the name. It just made me laugh.
Yeah, that wasn't that a fucked up day.
Hey man, some cold shit, man, going on in the world, man. I sat up here and watched this shit, and I was like, damn, it's really going down. Unbelievable. And I wouldn't be believing it if my own eyes weren't watching it. You know what my homie said? You know what he said, Chris?
What'd he say?
I was like, damn, man, this motherfucker's really winning. He said, man, come on, man, let's keep it real, man. Don't nobody want no bitch to be president. I was like, yeah, well, maybe that's it. He said, don't nobody want no bitch to be president.
Hey, well, like I said, I think it was just they didn't. I think America made his vote. They want their racism like it used to be, strong. They don't want that fake shit with the cream in it.
I think that's the underlying major thing is that you got people outside of the urban areas is that fuck this shit, fuck these Mexicans, fuck these niggas, fuck everybody else. It's a white country for white people, And Donald Trump's about as white bread as we can get, and he talked in code and not in code, and we're with them.
Yeah.
Who was the whole menace? Nah, that was my partner Prentice. Pimpin' Prentice, the whole menace.
Hey, what's up, E Money?
Very good friend of mine. But yeah, dig that. It's it went down. It's going down. As black folks, it doesn't necessarily mean all's bad. I mean, look at the goddamn hell. Look at all the fucking injustice that you got underneath Obama, who rarely spoke on shit. Who's a half black president? I mean, the injustice and the police killings, along with other injustices, like at an all-time high. You know, there might be opportunities under Republican administration. A lot of times there are, and you know, not everything he says, besides his being completely out of touch socially, but some of the things that he speaks on
is correct.
Are valuable issues. And I'm just trying to keep positive about it because ain't shit you can do about it. But you go along with the flow. Or, I mean, you could protest your ass all the way down there to Skid Row with Vic. Be down there protesting in some Salvation Army pants and shit, raggedy as a bowl of sauerkraut. Fuck all that shit, you know?
You know, Vic's Team Jesus. Picard, what's going down, man?
But what I was going to say was this. You know, every time I call for customer service, whether it's with the cable company or the bank or the this, man, I'm tired of talking to these motherfuckers in the Philippines, man. I'm tired of talking to these people in Mexico. I'm tired of it. They've outsourced those jobs. And I don't know if they'll ever be able to get those jobs back. But if somebody were to run on that issue alone, everybody has to hate it. I thought I went to help you do that. Motherfucker, talk fucking slow and do what I want. There's no reason for you to talk to me like, fuck you. Do it the way I want you to do it and shut the fuck up. I want to talk to somebody in motherfucking America.
You done that, Beasley? You done that to motherfuckers?
I did it this morning.
Did you ask them their name? Because you know I do that. I'm like, hey, what's your name? They were like, Peter. We're like, wow.
Yeah, man. Where are you from? I am from the call center. Where the fuck's the call center? In Manila. Where in the fuck is Manila? in the Philippines, sir. It's fucking 11,000 miles away. I see raggedy ass people walking around needing a goddamn job. God damn.
Hey, Picard, man, you ain't gonna tank the show, man. Are you?
Are you serious?
I can't. Why you sound so far away, man?
Wow, hold on. That better?
No, it's not.
Yes, he's calling from inside. He's calling from inside Tommy's intestines.
Yeah, hold on. Let me come out the colon.
There you go. He's working his way out of Tommy's ass.
There we go. Hold on one sec.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Yeah, Pimpin' Prentice the whole menace. Yeah.
There we go.
From the town.
Out the asshole.
Okay, so now you can breathe. Okay, so shit, what you got shaking, man? This is what's up with the? It seems like white people won.
Really? You think white people won? You think it would have made a difference either fucking way?
Well, not for blacks, no.
Not for really anybody who's in it. It's not about black, white, Asian. It's about money. It's all about elitism.
Well, again, I think that's.
But seriously, Chris.
That's true.
Seriously, Chris.
Maybe 100 years ago, I could have took your point. But it's become so much about money where even whites are disrespected by their own party if they don't have that bank account.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, when we're talking about blacks, if money solved our race issues, then we'd have it. But we've seen rich blacks, blacks that walk the straight line get killed, blacks who have nothing to do with anything get killed, be marginalized, be sent to prison. You know, and when you look at the numbers,
especially when you look at the prison population that happened over the last 2 decades.
Right. So we're talking about prison that completely ruins communities. You know, they come out with laws that say if you're a felon, you can't get this type of job, this type of funding. So race is always on the table you know,
That's
Part of which we thank for the Clintons for.
prisons have become a big business, and that ruined a ton of societies. You know, especially with what we heard last night with Joe Arpaio getting removed. That guy was a fucking disgusting racist.
hey, you know it's crazy. I was surprised because he made his living off of going to the elderly and Surprise and all those other surrounding areas, and they kept him in office. I did not expect him to lose. Now that was a shock.
Me neither. I was shocked.
He's 86 years old.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's old school. He's like the Old Testament. This guy.
He put
Like
yeah, he
everything
put you
that came along with racism and everything, he was there.
he put you in some pink drawers.
Yeah,
He
hey,
put
he
you
had.
out there in the desert.
Hey, man, that tent city shit is real. That is truly some Vietnam third world shit, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
But I have a friend with a wife right now.
It's full of white, full of people.
She's
Go ahead.
She's a mother of two. She has a autoimmune disease in Tent City right now because she was driving while on her medication, not drunk or anything like that. She's in Tent City. You're allowed one 4x4 blanket, thin. She's sleeping outside, sick as hell, vomiting right beside herself. Just for that.
just for being in Tent City.
She's in Tent City because she was driving. She was on medication for her therapy she's taking. I don't know if it's chemo. I don't know exactly what it is. But she was driving to pick up her kids, and she got pulled over.
Sounds real innocent. She might have been swerving all over the road and took her medicine.
No, she did a California. She did a California stop.
Oh, I do that. We call it Hollywood. I do that
Stop came
now.
out.
I do that now. I got pulled over for that the other day, but they let me go.
Left her kids at the precinct. She went to Tent City.
Sorry, white lady. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no. I get your point on that. I mean, there's no, won't get any tears for her being in jail, but I get that this Tent City shit is inhumane because I know what that shit is like. But like I said, when this tough on crime shit again is another racial aspect too. When motherfuckers say I'm tough on crime, the message to whites collectively means that I'm tough on blacks. They will not get any mercy from me. I'm gonna lock them all up.
Blacks, Hispanics,
But listen, everybody else is collateral damage when it comes to that type of shit. The main target is black people.
Well, your main populace here is Mexican.
But what I'm saying is that even still, the face of the criminal is still a Negro in the eyes of the American.
That's the way it's promoted, man. Man, you know what? You can't solve the country's social ills, man. Man, get on your motherfucking grind. Find you something to do. Get you some focus on it. Do this shit that we do. Do it if you have to do it, but put it in perspective. Get on the focus. Find something to do to earn some money and earn some fucking money. It makes your whole perspective, makes everything better. It makes the way you're. Let me tell you something. I've been on a little roll lately. I'm a closing motherfucking machine. I had 12 people tell me no this morning before the sun came up, but I'm still pushing. I'm taking a break right now. What I'm saying is this: little things that would bother me or that I would respond or react to, I could just flick them the fuck off. I'm like, whatever, bitch. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna even step off my throne to address you. You ain't important. It's not important. It puts things in perspective. The unfortunate thing is that the opportunities aren't there for young people as they were when I was a young person. And so I see why young people are frustrated. But I don't know if this dude, but you know what he did say? In his speech, he said, and I thought Obama was going to do this. He's going to actively put people to work, rebuilding the infrastructure in this country. And this country needs that shit. The roads are fucked up, the bridges are falling apart, and you got a bunch of stupid ass motherfuckers that don't know how to do anything with fucking lugs, cement around and bang a hammer against something, that aren't really office material, that need to be out there working. So maybe this would be a good thing.
Well, it sounds good, but he doesn't have a plan to do it.
Right, there is no plan.
They formulated a plan. They formulated a plan. You start a little agency. It's a work company. Fucking construction, man. It ain't that fucking hard to do. Pay
minimum wage has also been raised to $15.
Now you'll probably pay them $15 an hour. There's probably skilled things out there. And if he puts American, I thought Obama was going to do that. And if he puts America to work and puts people to work rebuilding the infrastructure, it's a good thing. You don't have to like somebody for a good idea to come from them that might do some good.
But Beasley, that what you keep you're talking just like he is. Ideas come with a plan. All he's saying is I'm gonna put people to work, flat out. I remember one debate.
Look, dude,
hold on, Beasley.
No. He's got the juice right now. He's got the card.
Without a plan, it's just talk. So because they asked him, hey,
listen, no, I agree with you. When he was running, he said all kind of flippant, funky things, right? Just this and that, said everything with no plan, no nothing. I agree with you. But now he's got the juice. He's got the seat. He's got the budget. He's got a Congress in his party. There might be obstruction or problems there. He's got the popular support of America.
But here's the deal. I want you to be right, Beasley, but Obama had the same thing in his first 2 years. What did he do?
Obama's fucking black. Motherfuckers were flipping out. We got a nigga in office.
Obama's not
Holy
black.
moly, what the fuck? The slaves then took over. This is it's an all-American white dude right here. Who's you could call him a lot of things. You know, you call him a lot of things. One thing this motherfucker isn't is weak. This motherfucker's strong. You know, people admire that strength. And I'm just putting a bright look on it because I have to be an optimist. Because I'm trying to keep it going out here, maintain and make some progress. I'm not gonna sit around and whine like and bellyache like the rest of you motherfuckers.
Do you think Obama did anything for the black populace?
no, he did nothing. But hold on, let me introduce the new joiners. We got Sonic. What's up, Sonic? And we got Lamar. What's going down?
What up, bro?
I got two things to say, man, Chris.
Go ahead, drop it.
First of all, this is a good show, good topic. But I do want you to know that if this stream doesn't go down, you will be known as connected. You are connected. You have a pass in the Kunalati if this stream doesn't go down.
Nah, you put it out. You put it out there for the little feminist terrorists to get that motherfucker. She hates you.
You know that, right, Chris? So Raven Bullets, if you're watching this stream, if this stream doesn't go down, he is connected.
That's right.
With the Kunalati.
Everybody's coon.
All right.
You're gonna make it, Lamar, because you're the only nigga left, and everybody else is a coon. You're a coon. Get away from me, you coon.
Look here, old man. You have to be optimistic because you got 2 weeks to live, bitch. So you don't care who the fuck.
Now why I gotta be a bitch? Why your son's a bitch?
Because you are. Your son's a bitch.
Your son's the real bitch. Your son's the real bitch. And listen, let me tell you something. Since you talking shit, your son's a bitch, and I'm the one that blew his spot up, nigga. I'm not the one to fuck with, nigga. I made a little thing and it blew his spot up for a week.
You stalked the young man like a fag.
No. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. The truth is this.
Whatever you think you did,
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
No effect. Whatever you think you did, it had no effect, Beasley.
Oh, you know, it had a huge effect.
In the Congress, any fucking no. Greater and stronger. So what the fuck did you do?
Dude,
I lost. That you a Snapchat predator. That's all you did.
No. I lost an inch off my
You a 65-year-old man on Snapchat.
And I'm not sucking dicks like your son. Now, but hold on a second. But hold on a second. Let me tell you how I found it. All right. That's why you're mad about it. That's why the anger in your voice.
Real fucking talk, nigga.
You lost that one. You are overmatched fucking with me.
Look here, man.
You never win fucking with me. Why don't you quit?
I never lose.
Dog.
But the thing is that I can break
your life is lost, you stupid motherfucker.
Tommy can slap a soapy dick across his daughter's face and wash your mouth out with a soapy dick, and it's a W for him. It's also cocksucking.
But it's okay for your son to walk into a bathroom with a camera looking at
it. No. But you know what?
If the stream does not go down, Chris, you are connected.
You herpy lip bitch. You
connected, nigga.
How the fuck can your son walk in the bathroom with the camera looking at another dick? What the fuck, man?
Your son's a cock.
I don't get it.
Your son's
I thought these niggas was lying when they said that.
My son's a cock watcher. My son's a cock watcher.
Nigga.
That is sad. This is
my son's a dick. Man, your son with that white girl said nigga. You over here
I
calling
don't give a
everybody else a
fuck,
coon,
nigga.
and you got a homosexual coonalati for a motherfucking son. You got 7 daughters. Your son is the Bruce Jenner. Your son is the Bruce Jenner. Your son is the Bruce Jenner of Benton Harbor.
You got 2 weeks to live. The facts are, Nightcrawler is a faggot. The facts are, Carl has no fucking leg.
I give that to you. What's up?
These are the facts, nigga. All of you niggas are females and sensitive and sweet. For 5 motherfuckers,
just like your son, right? Just like your son, right? Can we agree that your son's faggoty? Can we agree with that?
The whole world agrees.
You sound like you just had dick for breakfast.
Yeah, but I'm not
the
one in the bathroom looking at video like your son. Can you explain that? Your own son, hold on. Your own fucking son went in a bathroom with the camera looking at another man.
We had a different topic. Let's talk about the fag ass shit.
You're just like your son, right?
Okay, listen. Okay, all right. Lamar, you made your point. God damn, man.
Can I say one thing? I just want to say one thing. I didn't go look.
You're oversaturating the internet, B. You have no platform.
Let me say one thing.
You're sponging up other people's platform, you old ass man.
You have an old ass man that whoops up every single time. Every single time you lose. Why don't you stop talking for a second?
He still has
the way I found that Snapchat.
Looking at another man.
The way I found that Snapchat is you put a video up on your channel with your son playing video games. No, I'm not a stalker. And no one know what to stalk him.
Video game.
You put the video, a real video game system. He's one of your followers. He's one of your 21 million followers, Sonic. But you got 21 million followers.
I got 22.
22 million followers. You got 20, the biggest fucking.
I'm just a broke ass nigga making videos, having fun. I don't see what the big deal is.
And I hope you wear that hat.
Like a woman, man. It's too much homosexuality.
Your son acts like a woman. No matter what you say. Hold on. He's over talking me. What the fuck?
He's mad.
I don't understand. He's mad as fuck. I don't understand. Hold on. Let me say this shit. You say I sound like a woman. Okay.
I'm gonna ruin
your son is actually acting like a woman, wearing lipstick, pretending to fuck himself. The nigga went in a man's bathroom with a camera, looking at another man taking a piss.
Why are you responding to this guy? Like, why are you responding? You're keeping him going.
I'm responding because this shit is funny. I don't make videos about this cat. He comes over here all booty hurt and shit.
By this fucking herpes carrying. Leave him alone. Let him talk. Oh, he's not even here.
Yeah, he did.
I'm going live, motherfucker. I'm going live.
Yeah, this whole thing of if I don't get my show snatched, that I'm part of some fucking clan.
Can't you tell?
I mean, you can't blame yourself. I mean, the man raised a faggot. It's not your fault.
He didn't raise a faggot. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the
motherfucker. He probably would be a faggot.
Well, what can y'all do possibly say that life hasn't already done to him? Mother Nature has given him an L.
I don't understand how you can come up here and say another man sounds like a faggot when your own son is making videos on fucking Vine, shaking his ass like a fucking little. What the fuck, man? That's
he's over here roasting. There's nothing to roast in his fridge.
You know, those of us that believe in God, and I'm probably the minority here with all these heathens, but we know that God has a sense of humor, and we know that He'll take things such as our biases and our hate and our anger that we hold in our heart, and he'll find a way to put it right in your life. Lamar hates faggots and he hates coons, and his son is a faggot and a coon that was encouraging the white girl. Say it, say dinner. It's cool. I have no problem.
In the words of Clifton, you a bitch.
You a bitch.
Man, back to the topic, man. The nigga just wanted to make a topic about himself.
Right. He wanted it to be about himself. Every show he comes on, he wants it to be about him.
What a whore.
I will say this before we get back to the topic. I want to ask a question, Lamar. Who gave you herpes? Did Michelle give you herpes, or did you give her herpes?
Victor Bone gave it to him. Victor Bone got it from Snowflake.
Oh shit!
All right,
back to the herpes to the house.
I'll see how a nigga with a big fucking bump on his lip can talk shit. That is amazing. This is
not a bump, man. That's a T virus. That's Resident Evil living on his lip.
My ex-homie Styles, man. Dude, besides all the shit you do, now you're giving big ups to Victor Moan. You done reached a new low. And Victor Moan's got Do Raggedy. And he's got Henrietta Hippo. And he's got Snowflake. He's got something.
He's got 12 dogs living in his house right now.
13 if you count his wife.
Oh, God damn.
I'm not going there, man.
God damn.
I've already been there.
Leave the wife alone, man. Leave her alone. She's already suffering enough.
Yeah, probably. I've been covered her territory. This is old territory. When I see True Free, man. When I see him,
I have a question. I have a question to the panel. Y'all think it would have been any different if Hillary would have won? Like, nope. I don't think so.
We won't know yet.
Fucking game.
We won't know yet.
You got a racist?
No, you go ahead.
Nah, I ain't got shit.
I know. Trump had a lot of support from small to middle business owners. A lot of support. Because nobody ever spoke about that.
Yeah, but what percentage of the population is that, though?
It's a small population, but then you have your others. Of course, you have your idiot white.
What's considered? What's like a small to mid business owner, and like 250 employees or less?
Yes.
All right. I mean, what percent of the population? What percent of the
a lot of friends who are working for these companies, they always got these mass emails throughout the company talking about Trump and everything he can do and everything he's gonna do for the small business. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people you don't hear on Facebook, who are not on YouTube channels, who are not on Instagram, who work all day.
You know what's happening to him right now? Now he gets the same briefs that the president gets, as far as national security and all the fucking hot spots all over the world and all the threats. He's in the loop. He also gets pulled aside like Obama got pulled aside, and I think he gets kind of here's what it is, man. This is areas that we don't touch. This is areas that you have free room in. And there's some other shit that you don't mess with, and he won't mess with them.
I can agree with that. It's probably somebody sits him down and has that conversation. Hey, what's up, Dub?
Yeah. And let's not forget that all those lawsuits and court cases that are getting ready to come against him, he can now make himself immune to. He can pardon himself.
Hey, man, you want to know what? Despite all the bullshit, I guess there's a part of me that still believes, in the democratic process, no matter how fucked up it might be or how it's unfair in some areas. Motherfucker won this election, man. Gotta give it to him. He won this shit despite all odds, and he did it by acting a complete fucking jerk. I mean, this is the day. This is asshole day.
No.
And being an asshole, there's something about the asshole in him that's like, damn. They always told me I wouldn't go far being an asshole, but look what happened. You're the president of the United States.
People's love of reality TV. Reality TV won the day.
Didn't nobody want no bitch for president? That's what my nigga Vic said.
That's one of the reasons also, yes.
He said, okay, man, let's be real, man. There's nobody want no bitch.
Especially with the Hispanic population.
Shit. Hispanics voted in record numbers, and in Florida, a third of them voted for Trump.
Yep. Wait, and I was about to ask that. So you're telling me here's a guy talking about kicking them out, building a wall. They'd rather vote for that than abroad?
Yep.
According to what they showed on cable on CNN.
You also have to consider the ones that don't want the wall are the ones that actually came across the border.
There are a lot of
or could be here multi-generationally. I think the majority of I know there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in Florida, but the Cubans have been there for a couple of generations now.
Yeah,
there are a lot of Mexicans who did want the wall also.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because they know who's coming across the border. They don't want them over here.
But here's the thing. I feel you on that to a certain extent. But if you're the product of somebody hopping the fence, then how can you be against that? You know, how can you be for a higher fence when you're here because somebody else did it? That's what I'm saying.
So let's say you're from that country and it's a poor and miserable country, and you may not. I know it's not. It is for some, but it is a development.
Not for everybody.
Part of Mexico.
But you come here,
people there are not what you think look like or act like.
right? So you come here, you adjust to here, you make a life for yourself, and you are somewhat successful or very successful. You don't want them folks coming over thinking you owe them something or you have to help them.
Well, a lot. Well, they're amazingly, generally speaking. I've seen. I used to go with the girl from El Salvador, and she would work, and she would send sometimes her whole fucking check, all of her money to her people in El Salvador. So they.
Yeah, but I'm talking about those that don't have the ties. And the other thing is,
most have ties, and a lot of them no, not all, but most have ties. And there's, you know,
and there's also the thought process of they've made it. It's the poor people that are coming over illegally, and they're scared that those poor people are going to take away what they have and ruin it.
Damn, you know where the resentment comes in is the people that have gone through the proper channels through immigration and have done everything they were supposed to do.
Yeah, there's that too.
Which is a process that now there's resentment for the mojados is what they call them. That's wetback in Spanish. They call them mojados. And from the people that were born here, the Latin community, particularly in Los Angeles, is much more complex than people realize. You know, they group all everyone together, but you have people that were born here and whose parents were born here and whose parents' parents were born here, most of them Mexican, and they have a chip on their shoulder against the immigrants. Then you have legal immigrants, and then you have illegal immigrants, and then you have different countries. You have Central Americans, and all the Central Americans, generally speaking, don't like the Mexicans because the Mexicans charge them motherfuckers, rape them, and give them hell as they make their way through Mexico to get to the U.S. So it's a complex. It's far more complex than it's discussed, and it takes someone brilliant like me to explain it to people like you.
You know what? I was waiting. You started off earlier with the. I was dealing with this girl from El Salvador. That was slight self-fellatio, and then you ended it.
Nah,
with
man.
The problem self-fellatio.
The problem with her though is that the pussy is wet, but she wasn't really into fellatio. That's why the situation ended. So when she started cribbing and talking shit, I'm like, bitch, you can bounce.
Hey, we're moving on, Beasley.
Right. But it's funny that you mentioned that because that's the big problem. I conned her into sucking my dick. This bitch is 30-something years old, man. She woke up in the morning, she looked at me, she said, never in my life. I said, what? She said, suck you. Never in my life. I'm not gonna bitch, please. Never in my life.
Well, like I said, I'm still surprised that I had supported Trump, and now that you guys mentioned, you're right that they look down and they feel threatened by newcomers, and I can see now how they will vote for a guy who would say no more newcomers. You know, that's in their head that secures their way of life, and it lowers their competition as well. So I understand that.
Oh yeah, it's those are the ones that the Republican people have been trying to go after for a long time now.
But I'm not gonna lie, man. I am surprised that he won in the sense that his campaign was so sloppy and so riddled with holes, and like I said, the Clintons, they come in as juggernauts. You know, they had I thought she had a more than above average chance of winning, and for her to basically get steamrolled. I mean, it wasn't close. I mean, when you look at the numbers, man, he cracked the goddamn vote open, and I'm really shocked because I figured that America may have been turned off by his honesty, that grabbing him by the pussy, rape allegations, and all this other shit, tons of racism.
I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it.
You don't believe what?
All that bullshit that all of a sudden came to light right when he was running for presidency. Every time you go up against a Democrat or a liberal view, all this shit seems to serve. So what happened to Cosby?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's not. But see, this is what I'm saying. When it comes to Trump, I believe, you know, I believe that he is grabbing pussies. I don't believe that that's
okay. Great, that's fine. Every rich motherfucker is doing it.
right. But my thing is that your president, you know, Obama couldn't grab no pussy.
I'm pretty damn sure he grabbed a couple of pussies before he left that, you know, right before he leave that office.
My point is, Obama couldn't run a campaign the way. Hey, who the fuck is making phone calls?
Probably
Beasley.
Else calls.
All right, Beasley, I'm gonna mute you.
Anyway, like I was saying, yo, the day I turned on the whole DNC and all that, see, I like Bernie in the beginning.
He's crazy.
You know, I like Bernie. You know, everybody loves Jesus. Well, here's a socialist Jew for you.
Well, but here's the thing: the Bernie, he was sabotaged.
I know. I was getting there. Let me finish. All of a sudden, Hillary and the DNC railroaded this motherfucker and their own party, and finally showed their true fucking colors, which was all demonic. They showed their own colors. They railroaded their own member of their own party, who really had a chance to make change and care for the youth in this generation. They fucked them over because Hillary thought it was her turn. She said it before. She said, it's my turn to be president. What the fuck you mean it's your turn? What is it, a video game? It's a fucking serious fucking country. At that point, I knew Trump was going to win. Because Hillary ain't nothing but more the same to begin with. Forget that she's a woman. Forget that she's a Clinton. She was more the same, and people were sick and tired of it.
And people,
I mean, go ahead.
People, and this includes white people. People did not like her.
Yeah,
she was a detestable person. They didn't like her, and that's why they didn't vote for her. Because whether or not you dislike him because of his campaign run, people like Donald Trump for whatever reason. They actually like him as a person. And when you've got women, ugly or attractive, running around wearing shirts saying you can grab this and grab my pussy or whatever, it's not surprising.
I think Hillary grabbed the pussy too. I mean, check it out, right? Check it.
Surprise.
Hillary is first of all, she became like this feminist, and then she became all for the LGBT and all for the gays. Everything she opposed before she ran for presidency and before Obama, she put rape victims, rape suspects who victimized women out of jail. She kept them out of jail and made fun of the rape victim. You know, she's done too much shit.
Where did she do that, man? She already lost the election. You guys can stop campaigning now.
No, it's back when she was a lawyer. It's before she got into politics.
Then the bullshit with Benghazi.
It's over with. She won the election. Let it go, Card. You won the election.
You're right. You're right.
You're discussing talking points of the election. Why you don't like her? She's done. She lost. Let's go this day forward. But I can assure you of this.
Trump is cool because also he's cool with Putin. And I think we need Putin in our lives.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie, I was a supporter of Herman Cain. We know how they do black dudes in politics.
Fucking now that's a coon. 999. Come on.
Yeah, that was
999.
Is a simple man. We need simple times.
I think we need to increase our relations with Russia, and I think Trump is the right guy for that. I also think we need to start fucking over China like they've been fucking over America economically.
Wow, that's certainly a sophisticated plan.
It's going to be sophisticated.
You know, you got a foreign policy that you could put on a flashcard.
There we go. There we go. Call Vistaprint.
No, I appreciate the thought that goes into such words. Come on, don't be a simpleton, man. You sound like you're.
All of our jobs will be shipped over to India. All of our car factories were taken over.
When you say simple things, you sound like a Soto Nation member. Only Soto Nation members say stupid, simple things and agree with them.
Calculus that be flying out of your mouth is very complicated.
I'm just used to discourse on a higher level.
I feel you. All right, well, higher level it up.
Oh, we got a Tom Storm. What's going down, man? Okay.
Higher level it up.
He came in and he left.
Yeah. So should higher level it up? Should we do it with OG kosher? Oh no, that should have your dick in the dirt. Let's try
That's higher
sour
level
diesel.
talking right there.
Higher level than a motherfucker, boy.
Put your dick in the dirt.
Dick in the dirt. We have sour diesel oil made from the Green Cross dispensary in San Francisco, California.
Diesel, lemon diesel, all the diesels are pretty fucking good.
Oh man, I would love some lemon weed. Excusez-moi while I partake. Is it legal in California to smoke weed?
Should be.
Oh, I mean, did it pass? Did the law pass? Have we all
205 did not pass. I was shocked.
In California, it didn't pass.
In Arizona.
Arizona's a conservative state.
Yeah, I was shocked it didn't pass either because their campaign was pretty good. Hey, we're gonna take this. They did it just like how white people do it. We're gonna vilify a non-white group, and we're gonna talk about how this can benefit white people. And I'm surprised that didn't win.
Arizona's where the weed lands. I mean, the dirt weed.
48 to 52. It was close though.
Yeah, because that whole campaign, I would watch that. I'd be like, wow, that's so classic white America. Look at these Mexicans. They're so terrible. You want to stop the Mexicans, don't you? And we can bring this money in for whites.
Trump had Omarosa up there.
Yeah, Omarosa.
Up on stage.
Trump made her famous. Yeah, Trump made her famous.
Show ho.
Hey, wasn't she Michael Clark Duncan's wife?
She was his bitch. She killed him and took his money, wanted his money afterwards.
Ouch.
She did something to him. That bitch is evil. Damn, remember when she was on that reality show with Jan Dixon? You're a coke whore, Janice. You're a coke whore and your fucking children hate you. Get her away from me! Get her away from me!
Yeah, that was raw.
I was like, oh, this bitch played for keeps.
Yeah, that was raw. And that shit was live. Yeah, I remember that. That was the only season I ever watched of The Apprentice. Well, maybe I think I may have watched the other one when the black dude won.
I don't know if that was The Apprentice. I never watched it. I never cared for Donald Trump too much.
I mean, he's very unlikable. I mean, he's a seething racist. His father was a Klansman, a benefactor. So, you know, it's a lot to hate about Trump.
But I did read his book, The Art of the Deal, back in the late 80s when he wrote it. And when he was he was flying high. And right after that, he went into a decline, man. The casino wasn't working out well. And the reason why the casino didn't work out well because he had to borrow all kind of money to do it. If anybody that should have some animus against the banks, and that's who runs this country, who runs the world, it's the big banks, the big investment banks that Hillary had in her pocket. If anybody has some animus to go after him, it's Trump, because he has to pay them motherfuckers. And he knows how they fucking do. He understands shit. I'll give him credit for understanding shit on a level that the majority of us don't understand. And if he goes to war against them and puts them in their place, you know, he risks getting a bullet in his head, then he's doing some good. Because the big banks, the investment banks, not only are globally connected, but they orchestrate just about everything. Every single war is a banker's war. Bankers benefit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they finance the weapons, they finance the cleanup, they finance the whole thing. So yeah,
shit. They loan money to governments that go into debt to fight wars.
Yep. So they win either both sides. They invested on both sides. So yeah,
they've set up the big banks have set up, and the financiers, the people that you don't see, that you don't hear, that are invisible and inaudible, which means you don't see them and hear them. All these people that you're seeing, these Trumps, these Clinton, these Obamas, these are administrators. These are executives of the store, of the big bankers.
You know what's funny? Last night, the futures market was tanking. Everybody was worried. Everybody was saying, "Oh, there goes everything. There goes crude oil. There goes, you know, the markets and everything. Everything is rallying right now."
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got the Dow up 180 points. You got the Nasdaq up 40.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crude oil yesterday was.
But you know what? After he won, he could have kissed the ring. He could have kissed Methuselah's ring, and got circumcised, and say this is the way that it is.
Oil.
Hey, you want to know something cold?
Nearly 46. today.
When Paul Castellano got murdered, it was around Christmas time in New York of '85. I was in New York, and a few days later, I was on the East Side, and all these fucking Lincolns and Cadillacs going up with all these goombas going in this building. I later read that was a building that Sammy the Bull owned, and that's where they were having the vote, to make Gotti the head of the Gambino family, right? And the way those cars were pulling up last night, when Trump was making his way from wherever the fuck he was to where he gave the speech, it reminded me of the same thing. I was like, oh wow, we got a new mob boss in town. There's a new boss, head of a gangster organization. God bless America. Because the United States, as much as I like this country, and I do like this country, with its faults, it's not perfect. And it doesn't work for everybody all the time. But
I don't want to leave America.
No, but people come to this country because they can make it. And black people can make it in this country too. Is there racism? Hell yeah, there's racism. But you still can make it.
That's definitely debatable.
I would rather get a snake in my hand that says I'm a snake than get a fucking bunny with venomous teeth.
I get that. And I think that's what America said. Like, you know what? You're phony. You're a crook. You come from the, a fucking legacy of crooks, the Clintons or whatever, and you're trying to play us. And we like our racism raw, no cream. We want our shit black as fuck. And America made their decision, man. And this is at her fault because she went in arrogantly. She thought that I'm going to beat this clown. I don't have to try hard. I don't have to campaign hard. I can let him self-destruct. But she forgot more of America is like a backwoods flannel fucking spit can tobacco America than it's not. And those motherfuckers went out. They probably never voted before. They went out, supported their guy. And this is what she gets.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
It's a prime example of career politicians being out of touch with the people they're supposed to represent. They have no idea what it's like in America. They go their whole lives in an affluent family, go to school, not anywhere near where most Americans live, and they're told polls and numbers, and that's all we represent to them.
They're isolated and insulated. You're right, from regular people. I read an Esquire magazine article. It was after Clinton left office, and he had all kinds of money poured in. He's getting honorariums for speeches, and so he took the reporter out. So as he's taking the reporter out, he's taking his ATM card out of the envelope, and he goes to first off, the dumbass didn't know that you have to activate the card. He sticks the card in the machine, and he's trying to get money out of it. He says, I don't know why it doesn't work. I know I got $1 million in the account. It doesn't work. The report said, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. He said, it's amazing how out of touch he was if you did not even know how to use an ATM machine. George Bush Sr., when he left office, he went to the supermarket with someone. And he was surprised that, how they go boop, boop, and ring shit up now? He was surprised that they weren't going, they weren't punching it in, ringing it. He was like, wow, when did they do that? 25 years ago, motherfucker.
Damn.
So the fact that these people are out of touch, that shows how out of touch they are. But they don't have to do the normal things that everyone else does.
Yeah, we make fun of, we talk about, people who are well off, and we make fun of them in their ivory towers. Those people are the real ones in the ivory towers.
Hold on. You know what? I agree with that at 100%. E-Moneybags. Let me address the chat. Arvin TV30, he said, what racist thing that Trump said? And Redface said he said nothing racist. Well, Redface, you're sorely mistaken. He's had a history of racism. The Central Park Five, they were innocent black males convicted of a rape that they didn't commit. He did a front page ad in the New York Times demanding that they be lynched. And even after
they pled guilty. They confessed to shit that they didn't really do because they got all kinds of pressure.
Right, and this was added on by Trump and his band of merry men. And even after they were exonerated, he said they still deserve to be locked up. That's one example.
I don't even know why you're explaining anything to Redface. He seems like a fucking idiot.
You know what's crazy?
Redface trolling you.
I think Redface. I don't even know if this is the real Redface. Oh, this is the real Redface. But like I said, man, you know, Trump denying that Trump's a racist is cooning. And you can't fire somebody when their time is up. Obama is retiring. He's saying, Obama, you're fired. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, but if I was black,
like I said, he's a fucking
and
idiot.
I brought a black man into power and rallied for him, and the shit Obama did for the black community, I would have been pissed as fuck.
What could he do for the black? What's one thing that you could do for black people?
Well, listen, Beasley. A lot of you motherfuckers make this argument as if the president is powerless. I mean, what are you talking about?
That's not my point. My point is all black people aren't the same.
No. And that's ridiculous. That's even a listen. You can go by numbers. So me and you are not considered impoverished, and yet the majority of black people don't live like you and I. And so he should be committed to change. He ran on change, hope, and he didn't deliver. I mean, you can't deny that.
I'll agree with you there. But back to my point is that you have black people on, and let's face facts. When it comes down to America, what it's about is economics, is where you're standing. What kind of, that's what it really comes down to. That's really what that shapes your perspective. It shapes your lifestyle. It shapes the way you view things. But you have black people that earn $250,000 a year more. You don't have a lot of generational black wealth as you would like in white families, but you do have black people that earn well and do well. And then you have black people on the bottom. So what can you, in saying that, I don't know, he's done a couple of things, but I don't know one thing or a couple of things that you can do that are just gonna help black people. Black people are fully entrenched, immersed in this American society, in this capitalistic society that is let me finish. That is becoming more and more spread out of haves and have-nots. Those that can and those that don't, or those that can't. So there's no one thing that you can do that's going to broadly help black people.
Sure it is. And like I said,
like what?
I'm going to give you quite a few lists. We have laws that target us exclusively, specifically, that those could have been repealed.
The main one would be the
drug,
the 50 gram to 500 gram.
Right.
So they've pulled back on that.
No. It needs to be. What I'm saying is, it needs to be completely eliminated. Look.
They've made adjustments.
Hold on, Beasley. You got a bad habit of this, brother. When you make a point, and then when I try to address it, you'll jump in. Let me fully get the stage. The fact of the matter is that pulling back is putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. That doesn't help. We making prisons private. You can stop that shit. Dedicating resources to black communities that specifically help black people. That's another measure. These cops that are killing people. Do you think that if there was a Jewish president and cops were hitting the synagogues, you think that there wouldn't be a hell to pay? So these are things that he could have done that he chose not to. Black HBCUs are going under every fucking day. He could preserve that, fund that, education, tons of things he could do to target his black constituency, because he did not get 90% of anyone else's vote. So he completely betrayed us. So this whole, black people are coming many different spaces and all this other, that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Because there are some blacks that are doctors, has nothing to do with all the black people that are unemployed. I mean, it's just crazy.
It's not crazy. It just illustrates the point that I'm making. I don't know. And those are things that could be done that would help black people in general. But there's very few things. All I'm saying is black people are part of this society. And they occupy spaces on the bottom, the middle, the top.
Yeah, but and that's true, but it's not enough for you to sit here and that doesn't make any statistical change. The majority of blacks represent the poor, and so the fact that there's a few Cliff Huxtables.
So you know what? And if that's true, those aren't my peers. The poorest black people I know that I would interact with are like the Victor Moans and the Lamars on here. I don't have a lot in common with them. I wasn't raised like them. I don't have their viewpoints. I'm not a loser like them.
Okay, so do you have more in common with white people that are in your tax bracket than poor blacks? Because using Victim on in LA are bad examples.
I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know because a lot of them got action that I don't have action at.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Like a fucking trust fund, or asking their father for $25,000 and getting it before the goddamn, having the check in the mail the next day or having the money deposited in their account.
Right,
so,
or being white, or not being profiled for crimes, or having a better advantage of getting a loan.
No, man, I can't deny any of that being true.
Right,
all
so
of
that's
that,
what I'm saying.
all of that you're saying is true, and I don't know any, and it's hard to think of things that Obama could have done to change that. That's just the inherent racism that people carry around with them, and I don't know if there's anything that the president can do about that. That's all. That's back to the main point.
Well, again, like I said, I just disagree. I named these things, and I don't, even though I have a personal issue against Victim on and Lamar and all that other shit, but as far as them being black men that are downtrodden, I still have a solidarity to them, and I would, and their issues that they suffer from that could have been fixed if the president gave a fuck.
Man, them niggas is fucked up because they made fucked up choices, and they some dumb, stupid fuck niggas that do fuck nigga shit. And that's why they fucked up. You can't blame the white man, maybe a little tiny bit, but you can't blame the white man in society for them niggas being fuck niggas. Because that's what they are. And they show you that they're fuck niggas. It's just not against them. But look at Cliff, look at Cupcakes, and look at Vic. And I'm going to use Tommy as an example, as much as I don't agree with a lot of the shit that he says. But when he's right, he's right. Here it is. He's helped both of them motherfuckers. Acts of kindness that cost money. Those nice white people that give him money so that he could promote and denigrate black people. I'm laughing now because that's why they give it to him, part of it. But they give him money. He helps these motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers bite the fucking hand that feeds them. Only an ignorant motherfucker does that. Black, white, green, or purple. They just happen to be black to do it. That's a fuck nigga that does shit like that.
Well, again, Beasley, like I said, man.
Chris, if you was in a jam, and I came through to you, are you gonna find a way to turn on me, or are you gonna find a way to maybe bite your tongue until you pay me back? And I know that you have to have a code about you because I know a little bit about your life.
Yeah, no.
Not much, and a little bit I know about your life. And let me tell you this: a little bit I know about your life, that you lived in a world where punishment was swift and quick for violation of the rules.
Yeah, no. Like I said, Beasley, we ain't gonna never disagree on this aspect. You helped me out. A real life solution to some words, it trumps it every day. So you can talk all the shit you want.
I'm not trolling, Soraya. I'm being real. I'm not trolling. I wasn't really trolling. I'm telling the truth. I was just trying to bring the point home so we could realize that the difference between him and them.
Hey, hold on. Breeze Reads. Hey, Breeze Reads, man. Look. A lot of people come over here and be like, "Oh, this sector," try to thumb their nose at it. You know what the fuck the score is over here, and you've heard enough of the show to see whether or not you were going to fuck with it. So this whole, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. Man, take your ass on. You know what I'm saying? Because this sector doesn't pretend to be anything other than it is. We have a time when we talk about real shit and a time we talk about dumb shit. And my show specifically doesn't put on airs as if it's above anything else. I fully dedicate myself to the fuck shit that's over here. I don't pretend not to. It's just that I can also do something else. But don't sit here and complain about what the fuck's going on, man. Take your dumb ass on, dog. I hate seeing these motherfuckers type this dumb shit as if they're fucking scholars with their monocles and top hats and drinking tea with their pinkies in the air. No, you're over here for the same motherfucking reason as everybody else. And if you don't like it, go to a portion of YouTube where you can have all the fucking fun you want. But don't sit here and talk this shit in my fucking chat.
There are different communities, dude. You choose to be over here, you get what you get.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. And over here on my shit, the different communities can collide, but don't pretend that this ain't what it is, man. I am dedicated to the fuck shit over here. Dedicated. I spend my downtime thinking about who I'm going to cook.
Redface, why are you getting upset? Sorry, Redface, why are you getting upset at me, bro?
That's why.
All I did was call you a fucking idiot. If you're calling you a fucking idiot is getting you in your fucking feelings, then maybe you shouldn't be.
You guys are letting the chat. You guys are letting the tail wag the dog. Fuck them bitch ass chat. Fuck them bitch ass chat room motherfuckers.
Yeah, all I did was call this nigga a fucking idiot, and he's like, "Oh, bitch ass Sonic." Yeah.
That's one of the things I like about Chris, besides his little sense of humor and shit, is that he will keep that shit so unabashedly fucking real. What did some bitch say? I think it was, and you sold drugs, and you sold drugs, and you sold drugs to your own people. You had your daughter in the car. Look, man. Motherfucking gangster.
Oh yeah, that was Tina Turner who talked that bullshit.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who it was. At the end of the day, bitch, I'm a motherfucking gangster. Like, hey, I ain't got nothing to hide. It is what it is. And and being born and raised in gangster land, where motherfuckers want to be. I went to school, motherfuckers that you got more props for your gangsterism than you did for your fucking schoolwork.
Yeah, that's real.
Right. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea about me.
All I'm saying is, if you're gonna troll intelligently. Don't be a fucking idiot, Redface.
Yeah, like I said, well, me, man, I don't pretend that this shit is no bastion of higher learning. I don't pretend that this is Sonnetter Part 2. None of that shit, man.
That shit ain't much different.
Well, what I'm saying is that that comes with a brand, of one thing. But I get it. Yes, tons of beef. They go through their moments too. But my thing is,
somebody gonna die over there before someone die over here. You see them Hebrew? Hold on. You see them Hebrew Israelites with them motherfuckers swords and them goddamn leather aprons on, and motherfucker got some goddamn horns coming out there with a hat with horns on it, like the Minnesota Vikings shit. Tell me they won't fucking nigga up.
Yeah, man.
I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea about me.
Okay,
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Thank you for telling me that.
I want the world to see.
Yeah, man, this shit is crazy, man. That's the other thing. This is what I'm saying, man. I try to make my channel different from everybody else, but I don't pretend that I'm not in the same fucking league. I'm not playing the same game. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, when I'm on my downtime, if there's nothing else attacking my senses, I'm thinking about the roast, who I'm gonna cook, the angle I'm gonna take, all of that shit. I am in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
There's also another thing, drama. I swear to God, drama is like insane. Like every fucking body, even not only in the sector, you can look at these white motherfuckers like Leafy is here and Drama Alert. They making big bucks off of fucking drama. So my thing is, if y'all niggas get paid off of doing this shit like big time, I ain't gonna hate on it. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Man, I'm thinking I should get paid, man.
I'm surprised y'all niggas aren't getting paid for this shit. Like it ain't hard. All you got to do is like look up at YouTube MCM or monetize your shit through Google AdSense. Y'all Gucci. I feel like if y'all gonna be in this for the fucking then at least
this particular sector is only so big, and there's probably 300 people, each with each of the average of 3 troll names each, and that make the most videos get 1,000 views. Not all, but most of the main players' videos get 1,000 views. This sector isn't that big. It's entertaining as fuck, and I think most people see how toxic it is and just like, okay, I'm just gonna watch. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm just gonna watch and listen, right? And all the characters, because damn, you either gotta be stupid or you gotta have a pair of balls to fuck around with this shit.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm both.
That is real. Like I said, man, you can't be sensitive, because motherfuckers cheat. They go for the jugular. This is the dirtiest place on earth. I mean, outside of
actual, even dirtier than Benton Harbor. Fuck.
Oh, dirty. This shit's like Fallujah.
Hey, man. Hey, for real. Like, you can't come around here with flowers and throwing up the peace sign. This is a war zone. If you ain't in fatigues with your fucking M16, man, it's curtains. It's curtains.
I only watch when shit gets hectic, like when everybody was making fun of Lamar's faggoty son. That's when I came back. Other than that, I'm not really around like that.
Pistol grip pump on my lap at all times. Pistol grip pump on my lap at all times.
And what's crazy is this shit is so dirty. Like I be having trolls hit me up and be trying to have real conversations. And with some of them, I'd be like, look, man, this is cool, but this could all be horse shit. Please stop fucking inboxing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get tons of shit. I'm like, look, I can't even talk to these motherfuckers because I got to keep my guard up. Like, if I sit here and say, oh, yeah, you know, I'm having this and that. Like, I'm going through a personal tragedy currently. And, you know, I wouldn't dare bring that up to these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dirty game, man. But, again, man, when you come here, you get what you pay for. Motherfuckers thinking you're going to get some highbrow shit. You're sadly mistaken. I sit around these maniacs because I'm one of them. You know, I'm just a higher class lunatic. That's it. You know, I don't pretend.
At least you fucking admit that you're a fucking lunatic, unlike some of the motherfuckers around here. My thing is, if you in here just for the fuckery and to be crazy, then all right, I respect that. If you're here to be all fake ass pro-black, then suck a dick and die, man. I ain't got time for that fake ass shit.
Right. Why must I be like that? Why must I chase cat? Nothing but the troll in me.
Yeah.
I'm the troll catcher. The troll catcher.
Like I will go to a show that's got a positive spin, and I will talk about like Lamar's show the other night. He tried to talk that dumb shit with his boy that's way smarter than him that he pretends to be smart. And I'm like, they having a constructive conversation. I typed in, Lamar, your son is gay. You know what I'm saying? Because I am a part of the fuck shit. You know, and you get to pick and choose when that shit happens, man. And that's part of trolling.
And at least you're saying something that's actually true. You're not coming.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, it wasn't like I was just fictitious. Yeah, his son is a homosexual. But like I said, man, you know, and that's why I talk to the motherfuckers I talk to on here, man. Beasley is a major troll, a vicious troll, a troll that you know what some people you can have on your side. You be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna put my sword, my shield away. I am on guard with Beasley 24/7 because Beasley's love tap is a death stroke. So, but I accept Beasley for who he is. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't pretend to be a good person.
Beasley, I am a good person though. I got a code.
That's bullshit.
Beasley, you're a soulless, white-hearted monster. So I accept you for who you are. But again, you know, that's why
Think about it like this. For me to say, I'm not going after this man, I know my limits. That's saying something. I went after almost everybody over here, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going after this guy.
All I got is words, though. I'm not even putting in extra work. I don't even have a
That is bullshit. That is bullshit. You fucking come on, man. Stop fucking lying.
I know. I used to have more than words. I used to use a lot more than words, and the reputation precedes me. Now I don't have to do as much.
Yeah, like I said, man. You know, but again, I accept that Beasley's fucked up. You know who you're dealing with.
I ain't that fucked up. I think I'm kind of articulate, and I'm pretty smart.
Jack the Ripper was articulate. It didn't take away that he was a monster. Hey, but listen, man, I gotta go, y'all. Hey, thanks for stopping by.